Hi, and welcome back to Sailing for the Plot. My name is Kevin, and we are on my 1981 Gold Star 44 center cockpit, named MK Star. And currently we are in Rivière au Renard, and the travels in this video were from Tadoussac to here. Several anchorages, varying conditions, mostly windy, rainy, and kind of crappy, but it's been an adventure. I hope you enjoy the video. Cheers. Good morning. So we left the mooring. We have pulled into the marina really quickly here in Tadoussac Marina. Paid for our mooring ball for the 2 days that we're here, and now we're about to leave and head on, catch that tide, and boogie on out the river. Cheers. Ending's pulling the bow line off, and I'm balanced on the spring, moving the wheel so that we get a nice balance, so we can pull all the lines but the spring line.
Le voilier pointe du tour dans la baie de Tadoussac pour le liner 39.
Do a motorboat antic, yeah. Just like cut them right off, like, because that's what every motorboater does, is cut off sailboater. I'm not even sure he knows where he's going.
I think he actually thought you were going to cut in front of him.
I think they always do that. Back in gear, because now he knows what he's doing.
Okay, I gotta make my drink. Get us the fuck out of here.
Alright. Nice language. I'm videoing.
Oh, you can't always video. It's not like I can be on my best behavior all the time.
Always videoing. I'm videoing that.
I didn't know. Goodbye, Tadoussac. It was nice to see you. We won't let the door hit us on the way out. Hey, at least I just got out of the shower and you got my good side.
Oh, yeah. So we'll see how this goes. We're catching the outgoing tide. Should be there's no window, or as you can see, it's glassy smooth. Even the toilet bowl, as they call it around here, what we went through on the way in should be nothing. Shortly after getting out of the mouth of the river, the Saguenay River, the confluence to the Lawrence River, shortly top rocket, though. So far, no more whales. The only whales we've seen were in port. We were on that ball. So we're about to enter an area that there's like 8 whale watching boats, and on the chart plotter it's a rectangular area with a bunch of like caution, so it's probably the area where all the obvious whale watching happens. So we're gonna see if we can't do some self-guided whale watching. Let's see, wish us luck. See, here's all the I think I counted 7 that are out in this area. They're looking, so maybe we're headed in the right place. Let's see. So we're cutting across the river here. It's close to 1,000, if not 1,000 feet deep. It's blowing 24, I think it said. We got these really tight fetch wind rollers, and we're kind of wiggling all around and then surfing. It says, yeah, I just saw 9.7, so we're definitely like getting pushed along. Boat speed's hovering around 8.3, but we just had to secure a bunch of things down below and make sure things weren't falling and getting broken. You see, like as everyone knows, the camera doesn't show the waves well. They're probably 2 to 3 foot, maybe a little bigger. Not much, but they're really, really close together and tight packed. So you can't really get up on one and surf it down. You're kind of surfing and then you catch another one, and yeah, it's kind of a weird motion, but it's definitely if we're going down it would be very, very spicy. Definitely. Cheers. This is fair winds and following seas. Hello everybody, so little update, little change of plans, probably just taking the safe route. The new plan is to go into the Bay du Haha, and that's its actual name. So it's in Bick Park, and it's got what appears to have good protection from the north and northeast. which is the direction of the winds are going to shift until tomorrow afternoon. Have some wind coming in. It could get kind of gnarly, and it's nice to be at an anchorage where you're well protected. So it looks as though from when I'm looking at the binoculars, there's already 2 sailboats in the bay. This should be interesting and nice and easy. We'll see. But update some more. Well, now that I just said that, Andy said, it's not going to be easy, but we'll see. It should be straightforward. Let's put it that way. Oh, shush.
Oh, no.
Shush. Well, everyone, we have successfully anchored in Bay du Ha. Love it if somebody can tell me what that means in French. Or if it's just as simple as that.
It's just the way you say it.
There's an exclamation point on the thing. It says,
It's like, when somebody tells a bad joke and you kind of go, ha, ha, ha. Right.
Bay du Ha. It's a neat little bay. It's a little bouncy right now. The wind is supposed to shift from current direction, which I don't know exactly which direction it's, that way, to that way, that way. And we're not in the best position. I would love to be a little further that way, maybe. There's potentially another boat coming in. I'm kind of curious to see what these boats are going to do, but they look like they're cruises like us. The boats, that boat, neither one of those boats have their ensigns out. I don't know what country they're from. Anyways.
Pirates.
So, Pirates of the St. Lawrence. So, well, cheers. Here we are, bouncing around. Whee! Good afternoon, almost. Okay, so it's 11:30, and we've left the anchorage that kept us sheltered from the northeast wind. It was still kind of bouncy, then it leveled out, and then it was bouncy again because the prevailing started coming in. It's not super windy. True wind is saying it's 18, it's probably less. Going downwind like we have been, sort of motor sailing. You can see we're kind of bobbing around. Still going 7-4 over ground with a little bit of tide coming across us, a little current. Got a little Beneteau 36 Oceanus back behind us that was in the anchorage with us. We were the last ones to leave. Still trying to decide whether we stop in Matisse or go on, or is it Matisse? Yeah, either Matisse or there's a further on anchorage. It's 130 miles. So there's one that's 30 and one that's 130. Weather is actually coming in. It's going to be pretty spicy, like a whole low pressure storm cyclonic system is going to come through Tuesday, Wednesday. So we have to find a place to definitely just sort of wait that out. So trying to stay safe. but also trying to make miles. Once we get past these next couple anchorages, we're gonna sail around the furthest east tip of New Brunswick, and there's an anchorage just south of Gaspé, where we'll set up for our crossing to the Magdalen Islands. So we'll see how that goes. Cheers. Well, I'm sitting here in the front portion of the enclosure, just trying to stay a little dry. I'm totally in my foul weather gear. Expected it to rain, kind of knew it. We got about 22 miles to Métis, where we're going to drop anchor and ride out the worst of the weather that's potentially coming. This is what it looks like out there. Gloomy, rainy, cold. It's like 55 degrees at best. Feels like 40 because it's wet. So having actual waterproof foul weather gear is kind of key. Otherwise, you will absolutely catch cold. Cheers. All right, everyone. So dead ahead, about 1.8 miles, is Métis-sur-Mer, and it is a small bay just behind Métis Lighthouse, and that's where we're gonna hunker down. As you can see, the weather is tragically gray. It's raining. It's just yeah. So wanna drop the hook, and then we will reassess for tomorrow, the coming days, and see how we can do. Cheers. All right, we're anchored here in Métis-sur-Mer, and what's interesting to me is that none of these features, these nice, smooth, non-threatening features, the first one there, the back one, and one over there, yeah, non-threatening at all, and the one up, let's see, there, and the ones over there, none of which are showing on Navionics or sea maps at all. So that's fun. But we're anchored in 16 feet of water, almost high tide. I got another 2 feet to go. Got plenty of road out. It gets obviously considerably shallower that direction. But this is actually supposed to be called the Hamptons of Quebec. Sylvain sent me an article. An article to read through, and I thought it was kind of neat. You can actually rent the lighthouse light for the night, like Airbnb. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna stop here for the night and then reassess what else we got to do to move forward. So it's super nasty, rainy, cold. We use the engine to heat the cabin, so hopefully it'll be a little more comfortable in the cabin. Cheers. View out the port side. This is the view out the starboard side, coming across the sun's in my eyes. There's the lighthouse right there. You can hear the wind howling. Yep, wind's blowing pretty good. Okay, so current conditions, sunny, still windy, a little bit of wind fetch. The wind should be running out of us. We'll be like catching the tail end of it, and as it decreases in speed, and the fetch will hopefully reduce with it. It's about 11:45. We're leaving Matisse du, what is it? Matisse du Sur? I forgot. And we're heading to at least Matan, maybe further. Some pretty bad weather is coming on Wednesday and Thursday, but it's going to drop out on Tuesday. But we're making a late start because of the wind from last night. So see how far we can get comfortably. I'm going to raise the head sail to give us a little boost, and see how far we can get today comfortably. As you can see, we're kind of rocking a little bit. This is from the wind. So wish us luck. Cheers. Look at all these wind turbines, man. So many. Probably a good place for them because it is windy here. Make that power. Clean power. Sets of rollers rolling in. Good morning. So last night we dropped anchor and made it after about, well, it was about 8:45, 9 o'clock p.m. to St. Anne de Monts, little anchorage behind a wall. There's a marina just on the other side of the wall, but it was shallow, and this is a marked anchorage, and it's really pretty. I'll turn the camera around and show you, but it's early. It's not even 6 o'clock in the morning yet, and gonna weigh anchor and make a quick, hasty departure to make it to our takeoff point to the Magdalene Islands. But yeah, we don't have a lot of time to waste today. The wind will be on our nose, so we're going to try to hug the coast. And so the wind is supposed to be from the southeast, but not heavy until later. So we'll see how this goes. Trying to make it to the Magdalene Islands, but like I said, there's some pretty significant weather coming. And if we can get to our next anchorage today, we'll just wait all that out and then catch it maybe Thursday. We'll take off, maybe Friday. We'll have to see. Cheers. It's windy. Really cute town. Sorry if there's wind noise. There's the marina. Okay, so we've just got the anchor up, underway. Wind is blowing us down. I'm going to back us up a little bit. Got another boat in the anchorage with us. Do a little prop walking. So, and we're about to take off here. Definitely a liveaboard boat there. a little update. We got 26 miles to go. We're intermittently getting blasted by possibly katabatic winds coming down off of the cliffs and mountain next to us over here. And so we got head sail out. It'll gust from 9 to 20. They're actually in a slight lull. If you look, there's a dark patch in front of us, about 200, 300 yards off. We hit that, and the boat will heel way over. Like right now, we're luffing because the wind rolls up on us and changes. But watch when we hit this luff or this puff here, and you'll see what's going on. Still hoping to get in around 7:45, 8, maybe a little after. Just kind of depends on what's going on. We are, like I said, we're motor sailing because it's very inconsistent winds. See if that, it seems like it didn't hit. Oh well. Yeah, we're trying to get this done, get into where we need to get, and we'll wait out the strong north winds that are, south winds, the strong south winds that are starting right now, and they're going to be wrapping around the tip of New Brunswick. So it could get kind of nasty. The winds keep rolling up onto the bow. There we go. We picked up some speed. Yeah. So winds are very, very invariant. They're very variable, unpredictable. So that's what's going on now. It's hazy. It's kind of hot. I had to change completely out of what I was wearing. I was burning up. It's completely crazy. I know the water's still cold, but the hot wind coming from the south is definitely warming things up. Cheers. Current conditions, lumpy and getting lumpier. So I already knew the wind was going to wrap around the southern and eastern portion of New Brunswick, where Gaspé Bay is, and where our previous potential anchorage spot we were heading for. So we're not going to there. There's a point you can just see in the video that I'm trying to get to, right there. Bouncing around, and as you can see, conditions are devolving rather rapidly. I could tuck into the coast a little bit closer. I can see that it's flatter over there, but we're working our way towards flatter water. I can almost guarantee a mile to port, these waves would be another 1 to 2 foot taller. So we're hopefully it doesn't devolve too bad. It is slowing us down considerably. Only doing 4.5 knots over ground, 6.3 through the water. I don't really want to speed it up anymore. Just gonna have to see how it goes.